to come and do his museum as well. And that's featuring a lot of current acts, including RIAT experts as well, securing very much and expanding our team to 76 and anniversary of that as well. But I see action about it. Sorry, but commentator better now. Yes, the takeoff to hold initially by the two B8 42s from number 4 Squadron of RAF Valley, forming this weekend the public debut of the 42 roll demo. They're initially going to hold off at South Cerny before coming back as our next full display item in a little while from now. And here they come, everybody, at 600 miles an hour and only 100 feet above the ground. The Hawk T2 is one of the most advanced jet training aircraft in the world. And despite sharing a name, it's almost an entirely new aircraft in comparison to the Hawk T1 flown by the Red Arrow. It's important to note that, like any military aircraft, these two aircraft you see here today are only one part of the story. The Royal Air Force exists to protect the nation and its interests. It projects military influence from the air at range and speed, and if necessary, offers proportionate and precise military force at a relatively low cost and risk. Cameras at the ready, ladies and gentlemen. Ben and Toby present a different view of the Hawk T2 as they fly for you a topside pass. RIAT flying training starts on the Tudor aircraft, which is here as a static display, before student pilots are selected to either fly large multi-engine aircraft, helicopters or fast jets. Those selected for fast jets fly the Tucano, which is also a static display, before progressing to the Hawk T2. This is one part of the UK military flying training system, developed alongside Ascent flight training, providing a new cost-effective approach to flying training that will meet the future needs of the UK's armed forces. Early on in the course, the students learn to fly in close formation. This is a core fast jet skill practiced throughout flight training and is important in operating any frontline combat aircraft. It's essential for air-to-air refuelling and flying in poor weather. More importantly, this is the most efficient way to launch or recover large numbers of aircraft in short periods during operations, as well as being used to escort uncooperative or distressed aircraft in the UK airspace. Now you see Winter flying less than 230 miles per hour as they show the loving configuration of the Hawk T2 whilst in close formation. As Toby moves down to the echelon left position, you'll notice he's lower than Ben as he stays on plane during the turn, as if his aircraft was attached to the wing of his leader. When they roll out, Ninja will be demonstrating a flat turn. Ben will not be able to see Toby at all as he's completely obscured from view beneath it. A considerable amount of thrust is required between the aircraft for a flat turn, as the pilots are flying only a few feet apart. This is an excellent example of the levels of skill and teamwork expected from every member of the Royal Air Force on a daily basis, be it at home or on operations. Toby will now demonstrate the more applied tactical phase. By the time the students reach this phase, they're competent at handling the Hawk T2. They're then taught how to operate the aircraft in a tactical environment. Synthetic training is an integral part of the instructional course squadron. The state-of-the-art simulators and in-cockpit weapons and threat simulations enable force squadrons to best prepare the student pilots for Typhoon and Lightning II. We're about to see Ninja 1 and 2 being engaged by surface-to-air missiles. The aircraft give Ben and Toby audio and visual warnings, allowing them to fly aggressively and deploy countermeasures to survive. Defeated, Ben and Toby will now demonstrate the air combat skills the students learn whilst flying the Hawk T2. Ben and Ninja 1, now on your left, becomes the hostile aircraft. Following a head-to-head pass, Toby, Ninja 2 will manoeuvre his aircraft to its limit in order to be able to get a missile lock on Ben, and ultimately fire a heat-seeking air-to-air missile. Toby closes in for guns. Again, the gun sight is displayed for the pilots as if it were real. The aircraft even counts down the number of rounds as the trigger is pulled. With Toby hot on his tail, the then will fly his aircraft as hard as possible to avoid what in this case is a damaged ego. But the trainees could all too soon be a damaged aircraft or one. Surface-to-air missiles and survive the air threat, Ninja now get back together for a final attack on today's simulated enemy. Toby will be popping up for a diving guns attack, while Ben flies low and fast in the simulated bombing run. Both Ben and Toby are well practiced at this, having flown the Tornado GR4 prior to becoming instructors. Between them, their operational experience covers both off-currency in Afghanistan and off-academy over Libya, employing the aircraft's guns and precision-guided munitions such as Brimstone, Hayway 4 and Storm Shadow. This is a key role of combat air in the Royal Air Force, allowing us to rapidly strike enemy targets at great distance in an accurate and proportionate manner. I do hope you enjoyed our display, ladies and gentlemen. If you'd like to meet the pilots later on, we'll be available outside the P8 distance trailer opposite the Rising tent later on at 14:30 today. Your mobile phone. To do that, you need to text 3 letters DVD to 78070. You will pay £1 posting deposit for the cost of the DVD, plus your normal network charge. Number 78070. Thank you very much. Thank you, George. See the PC-17 going off to hold near RAF Fairford North, ready for their display, which will begin later with a very interesting formation flight path. And just a quick update on the weather. The latest observation 7 minutes ago showing the cloud is scattered at 2,400 and broken at 3,000. Frustrating that this low cloud is still hanging around. And also if you look out to the west, there's a number of showers that still forecast to rise up to few at 3,000. So hopefully later today we should get a few rolling and full displays. You may have noticed the Fire 19 of Rolls-Royce has taxied out. That will be the next display item. I'm not sure of the status of the DF-109T from the Airbus group of the Museo Messerschmitt, which was due to be also taking that slot. It certainly hasn't started up yet on the far side of the airfield. It may be that the crosswind component at present is just that bit too strong for an aeroplane that has a 10-knot crosswind limit. Of course, the DF-109 notoriously difficult to land, in particular due to its rather stormy, slayed out, narrow track undercarriage. So no risk worth taking with that aeroplane, especially given the current conditions. But the powerful Griffin engines and Spitfire of Rolls-Royce seem ultimately to within limits for its performance. So here comes Ninja formation, Flight Lieutenant Polwin and Toby Keeley, completing their part in the RIAT 2015 flying display, the two Hawk C2s of number 4 Squadron at RAF Fairford. We've just been informed that the 109 sadly is currently unserviceable. We'll bring you the update to the aircraft on that aircraft control on the back of the British segment later in the day. So the Hawk is about to clear the runway. Spitfire taking it down at the runway 27 end, the far right hand end of RAF 10,000 plus runway. This is something of a taster of our battle commemoration later in the show. We remain reasonably hopeful that we'll be able to put that on for you in spite of the weather conditions prevailing. Naturally, we'll bring you news from the this aircraft, provided to us by Rolls-Royce, who are among the aerospace companies